Yo, what up, y'all? Your boy Tez back with another YouTube video. So I actually spent $12,500 in my clothing brand for inventory. Come check it out. So we actually moving back into a fulfillment center. So we had to break these boxes down and give them an accurate count from my manufacturer. So we got about 13 boxes. I'm around 300 to 400 pieces right here that we're gonna be flipping. But in this video, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I take $12,500 and turn it into $40,000 in revenue and in sales with my clothing brand in just this one video. So hopefully you guys like this, stay tuned and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Peace. All right, y'all, so welcome back. So right now we inside of my office right now, and I'm gonna be showing you guys a breakdown of how I'm gonna be doing my next drop. Now, the reason I'm actually doing this is because I think that a lot of you who have clothing brands would actually find this beneficial, because a lot of you are just spending money just trying to profit when you really need to understand where the profit is coming from. We also need to understand what products are selling the best. So I got some stuff written up on here. I'm gonna be erasing, rewriting things as we going along. Let's go ahead and jump into my whiteboard so I can show you guys how I actually spent $12,408 and what I spent it on and how I plan on profiting and exactly how much I should profit at the end after all is said and done. You guys should be using like these types of numbers and should be doing these types of things when it comes to breaking down your profits. You should be doing this before every order that you place. So please make sure you guys keep this in mind. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. So right here, as you guys can see, we got our shirts plus stack pants. Now, a lot of these items that I'm selling are gonna be in sets. The reason that I wanna sell these in sets is because I want it to be easier for my customers to not only match certain things, but it increases my average order value. Now, what exactly does that mean? That means I want people to spend more money per order. So this is why I'm keeping things in sets instead of dividing them up. All right, so I have shorts and a stack pants set, right? Now these costed me $38 each, and I bought 66 of them. And in total, that cost me $2,508, all right? Next, we bought sweats plus flared pants. So this is just a certain type of top. That's just what we named it, plus the flared pants. These are $42 each, and I paid for 66 of them. That costed me $2,772, all right? Now, jogging suit sets, these are also flare pants, just different colorways, and then a different top, right? These cost me $40 each, and I bought 88 sets. And then last, we got the cargo set, which is probably gonna be one of my most fire sets. We expect for that to sell out very quickly. It cost me $41 each, and I bought 88 sets of that as well. Now, some of you are asking, like, how did you figure out how much you wanted to buy and things like that? It was all based off of how I was looking at what sells the best. So you're gonna have your extra smalls throughout your 3XLs, right? And the reason I'm actually went with these things because I actually put a less amount on extra smalls, 2Xs and 3Xs, because those don't really sell as often for my brand. And I put majority of the count into small, medium, large, and extra large, because those sell best for my brand. So it's very important for you to go into your Shopify and actually do analytics on exactly what sells the best for you. All right, now when I paid for the jogging suits, it was $3,520 each, and then when I also paid for the cargo set, it was $3,608. Now when you add all of these numbers up, which is all of these pieces combined, which should be right around 300 or so pieces, I spent $12,408. Now before you spend this type of money, you should be breaking these payments up before you pay these manufacturers, right? So the first fourth, I pay my manufacturers in fours, right? First fourth, I gave to them up front to start the project. Second fourth came after they actually started the project and they got a lot of the inventory made already. The third fourth came when they shipped everything out and they sent me a tracking number. The fourth is what I sent to them today, which is I made sure I had the correct count of all of my products. Everything matched up. There's no holes in nothing. There's no paint splatter or nothing like that on my clothes or nothing. Everything looks good. I send them the last payment. That's how every transaction should go when you're dealing with manufacturing. Now let's actually break this down, right? So when you add all of these up, this is $12,408, right? Now, the way I'm gonna market these is I'm gonna be obviously wearing these in sets, and I'm gonna have different models wear these items. The reason I'm doing this is because not only am I the face of the brand already and I'm the CEO, but people need to see other people in my stuff to actually be inclined to actually buy. Now, the really dope marketing part about this is, again, I taught you guys about this before in a Shaq video, but you guys can go back and watch that on YouTube. Basically, what I'm doing is when all of these boxes came in, I immediately started making content with it. So me and my content team, shout out to them, we actually broke down all of the boxes inside of my office and we took a picture with it. The picture ended up doing very well. But also on top of that, we started showing the pieces on my story. Now, psychologically, what I'm doing is I'm getting people excited for this drop. Now, what happened is I had a lot of people ended up reaching out to me like, yo, I need this color, I need this. So I sold a couple items already to a couple people up front for a max profit, right? So I didn't have to worry about shipping or anything like that. They paid the exact cost that I wanted them to pay, right? Now we're gonna actually break down how much we're going to sell these pieces for and exactly how much profit I should see. We're not gonna include taxes and shipping just because then I would need a whole bunch of calculators and things like that. I could probably add it in at the end just for those of you who are interested in it. But let's go ahead and break it down, right? For the shirts and the stack pants, I paid $38 each for these, right? Now the stack pants by themselves, because of the quality, I will be selling these for $70. And with the shirts, all of our shirts are just like a flat $30 to $35, right? So that means I'm gonna be selling this for $105 per set, right? Times 66 pieces, and I'll break down the math below here. That way you guys can see the exact numbers and everything, right? Sweats and flare pants, okay? Now the sweats and flare pants, we're gonna be selling these at $125 pop. Right? Flare pants 75, then we still have the sweats. All right, jogging suit sets. Now, mind you, with everything happening in inflation, all prices are going up. That's just a fact. And in order for me to make sure I see a real profit, which is above 30%, I have to basically damn near triple my numbers. So jogging suit sets, these are also going to be $125 a pop. Cargo set. Now these are very, very rare sets right here. These are very rare right here. So I'm basically gonna sell these for $160 just because of the type of quality it is and the material. So for example, if you guys can see my pants right here, probably can't see it, but I'll show you guys an example later down the line. We have aglets with One Love on it. The quality overall is not just you can wash it and then it starts shrinking and stuff like that. Like these are real life high quality products. Inside is very comfortable, pockets very deep. A lot of the things that I really, really wanted in my products and benefits that I want to have when I'm selling these products are included in these items, right? Now, some people are like, well, how are you going to be able to sell these for that amount? It's called marketing, right? When you market things the right way and you already have an email and a text message list like me, I can immediately send these out, make sure that my models wear them the right way, get the good content for it, get some reels for it, TikTok videos, make marketing a lot easier for myself when I have other people wearing this stuff. Now, people are going to be more inclined to buy now that they see other people wearing it. So let's break it down, right? So if we had, let's say 66 products at $105 a pop, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my calculator. We're gonna do the math together, all right? So let's go ahead and go to the calculator. So we got 66 times 105, right? So this is $6,930. So if you guys wanna do the math with me, you can. So we got $6,930 for the shirt and stack pants set. Now I know a lot of you are looking at this like, yo, these numbers may seem a little bit unrealistic for you. This is why making high quality pieces is more important than just putting a design on top of an item, all right? So this is why you should write that down. Next, we have the sweats and the flare pants, right? So 66 times 125, 66 items, $125 a pop. Now again, we're selling these in sets. This is why we can sell them at those prices, right? So this is $8,250. Now, obviously you guys are already seeing like, all right, well, you're damn near tripling your money on each one of these already, right? Now let's go to the jogging suit set. These are $125 a pop, right? So we got 88 of those, that's $11,000. Then last but not least, we have the cargo set, which is very, very anticipated sellout when we drop these, right? Got 88 times $160. It's $14,000. Now, 14,000, I think it was $80. I just want to make sure I'm correct. Yep, 14,080. So obviously, this is what I like my profit margins to look like when I'm selling a clothing brand. If you're just doubling your money, all of those things come out of your profit at the end of the day. So right now, what I'm showing you is just what the profit flat would be, not including shipping, not including taxes, not including marketing, not including paying photographers and things like that. I'll give you guys a rough estimate of what that stuff would look like and then my flat outright profit as well. So let's go ahead and add these up so we can see what my profit would be, all right? So we got $6,930 plus $8,250 for the sweats and flare pants, plus the jogging suit sets, $11,000, plus the cargo set, $14,080. So this is $40,260 in revenue, right? Now, the first thing that I would do is I would take the expected revenue, which is $40,260. So I'm gonna move over here real quick and I'll let you guys see it. And then I'm gonna subtract the actual price of the inventory so I can get my profit, $12,408. Right? So we got $40,260 minus $12,408. Now let's look at what that's supposed to be. So $27,852. Now my question is, are you willing to make an investment of $12,000 to potentially profit $27,852? I want you to drop a yes or no down below in the comments and why, right? Now for me, it's worth it to do this because not only are we moving back into a fulfillment center, I won't have to touch this inventory at all either, but I know what products are gonna sell out and why they're gonna sell out. The reason that these products are gonna sell out is because the colorways that we started with are our top trending colors customers that I've found on Shopify. So I have enough analytics over a period of time to know what my customers like the most. So for us, it's cream, black, gray, and sometimes white, right? So a lot of these sweats may come in orange and browns and things like that. The reason I'm doing that is to give them a new taste because they already have a lot of the other stuff that work, but a lot of them are in those colors that they already like, right? So not only am I already using a very big benefit to my advantage, which is understanding the analytics and understanding my audience, but I'm also adding in a couple other colors that they just probably won't be able to buy from any other brand because most other brands aren't wearing like dropping orange colorways, brown colorways, Celtics green colorways. But another very important thing is that we're using AI to come up with the product titles. So if I can't come up with the best product title name, I'm gonna actually have AI actually generate the best one for me. And then I'm gonna also have it generate the description for me as well. So now essentially when it comes to making these products within my Shopify, it should take me less than 5 minutes. Now, a lot of you should be using ChatGPT, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go subscribe. I break down all of the different things about AI that you need to know. So make sure you go turn on that notification bell and comment on those posts that you like a lot so I can make some more of them, right? So again, we have a profit of $27,852. This seems like a worth it investment for me, which is why I made it, right? Now, again, this is subtracting the cost of the inventory. So now, basically, if I were to just sell out all of the cargo set, I basically made all of my investment back and some profit. That's what I like to look at when I'm doing certain drops. I wanna know if I'm gonna have different collections of things or different types of products that I'm dropping. I wanna know that if I could sell just one of them, will I make majority of my investment back, just in case other stuff didn't sell. All right. Now, this is like covering the downside. That's how I like to think about it. I'm covering my downside by dropping a piece that I know is going to sell out, right? But I'm adding in other pieces that may take a little bit more time. But because this was going to sell out, my initial investment comes back. So now I can go take this 12,000 again and go reinvest it back into the business to look for another return just like this. And the way I would do that is maybe going into the same exact categories and collections, but just different colorways. And again, going back into the analytics, and I know you guys are probably starting to get the gist, right? Now, some of you are probably like, well, this is pretty simple, right? But a lot of people just don't understand these things when they're having their brand and when they're trying to make a profit, right? So now that we see a $27,852 profit, this is not including marketing, shipping, all of those different things. So I'm gonna show you guys all of that stuff right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and erase this, and I'm gonna just basically write this number up top. Now, again, you should be doing the same thing. You shouldn't be discouraged on how many pieces you're buying. One big tip is that I would not only start with shirts. People always ask me like, guys, I have so many students, it doesn't even make sense. But one of the big things is like, you can't just have a successful brand just off shirts, okay? There's not enough margin in shirts for it to be worthwhile. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that number that we just had, $27,852. Now, we're gonna start subtracting from this to come up with our estimate of how much money I should actually profit, right? So when it comes to a photo shoot, I'll probably pay my content team probably around $1,500 to $2,000, depending on, the pricing from there. Let's just say it was $1,500. What else would we have to pay for, right? Models, okay? Now for me, I have a little bit of a different leverage. I have a social media following, so I can get these people to do this stuff for free. But you may not have a following like me, and you might have to pay some people out of pocket. So let's just say you gave them an hourly rate. Hey, you come wear this product, I'll give you the product for free, and I'll pay you $50 an hour, right? And you only need them for 2 hours, so maybe $100. Let's say you only have a couple set or a couple photo shoot set, so that's $100, right? So that's $100 times 2. Say you need it for 2 hours, so that's $200 that you're spending. All right, so we subtracting $200 for that, all right? On top of that, probably gotta subtract some type of advertising spend, right? For me personally, I really don't have to spend too much money on ads just because my brand has a lot of leverage on, the audience, and I've been building it for a while. So for you, you may have to spend some money. So I'm just gonna give you guys an ad budget that I will put up to make sure I can get all of this stuff going, right? And let's just say it's $5,000 to I'm gonna say $6,000 just to be realistic. On top of that, shipping. Now the shipping on this is probably gonna be right around 20%. So let's go ahead and multiply that by 20, and that's about $5,570. Now, again, this does vary. You can use different shipping providers and things like that. And now we're gonna come up with a total number. Now, it's gonna be an estimate, but this is exactly what we can expect when it comes to actually profiting. So we got $27,852. We're gonna subtract $1,500, subtract $200, subtract $6,000, and then subtract $5,570. That leaves us with a profit of $14,852. That's what I put in my pocket, right there. $14,852 is what I put in my pocket. So with that being said, is it a worth it investment to spend $12,000 to make $40,000 in revenue and profit $14,852? It's completely up to you. But on top of this, one thing that people don't understand is like, okay, some people may look at this and say, well, that's not enough profit for me. Raise your prices then. Like, you don't have to sell it at what I'm selling it at. Or there's a couple different ways to make more money with this. Number one, raise your prices. Gonna be the easiest way. Number two, increase your clientele. Also gonna be an easier way. Number three, probably the easiest way that nobody talks about is lowering the prices at which you're buying them at. And then number four, completely eliminating advertising spend, or completely eliminating having to pay people for marketing, or just completely removing shipping as a whole and go in person. Completely up to you. I just gave you multiple options. You actually take them and do what you want with it, right? But now I can see exactly how much money I'm profiting. So now I can take this money and I can say, all right, what's the next best move for me? This is why I like dropping sets, and this is why I like doing that over doing, you know, one like top piece and bottom piece. I'm gonna give you guys a story. I spent $70,000 in inventory, and I expected, the reason I spent $70,000 is because we had a drop and it did very, very, very well. And I was for sure that the next drop, if I just tripled the amount of money I spent, I was gonna sell the same amount of things and I was gonna basically like go big, right? Didn't work out that way. Number one reason why is because the processing of the shipment actually took a little bit longer than I expected. Didn't expect that, so the brand slowed down. Number two, just because something worked the first time and it hit does not mean it's gonna hit the second time. Doesn't always mean that. Number three, probably one of the more annoying parts is that our ad account went down. So I couldn't even run ads to the product. So now what happened is we sold a lot of it in an initial drop again, but we had a lot of stuff just sitting. And even to this day, it's still sitting. So now we gotta run flash sales. We gotta get this stuff out because we gotta create more space for the new things that's gonna bring in the new profit that we wanna see. So please be careful when you're making big investments like that. Again, it's not always gonna move the way you think it's gonna move. It may do very well and it may do very poor. Depends. Again, I have a business, I have a brand, and I understand these things. You have to understand your risk management. If it doesn't make sense to make an investment like this and you're not confident that you can get those pieces gone, don't make that big of an investment. Lower the amount of pieces, lower the minimum order quantity, and buy less of that item. Spend a little bit less money, but profit a lot more. So this is how I was able to like really scale my business to like 6 and 7 figures, because I was going for big returns on revenue, like $40,000 revenue, and then I would profit maybe a third of that, right? So this is kind of like how I like breaking down my numbers. With this is around a 32% profit margin, I think. Don't quote me on that, but this is like right around 28 to around 34% of a profit margin. If you're selling clothes, that's kind of like where I like to be at. Again, you can eliminate a lot of these costs by going in-house on certain things. So I do recommend viewing those options as well. But this is how I was able to turn $12,408 into $40,260. And this is how I'm going to do it. Now, the really cool part about this is just part one of this video. When I actually do the drop, I'm going to show a video behind the scenes of what it looks like during the first day of that drop, the first week of that drop, and the first month of that drop, and how I am progressively trying to get it out. So if you guys really like this, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and comment down below what was your best part, or questions if you have any. And also on top of that, let me know, what problems are you currently having with your brand? I would love to sit down and, respond to those comments. I'll try to respond to each and every one of them. It's a lot of you guys out there. So if you guys subscribe and you comment down below, I'll make sure I get to the people who subscribe first down below in the comments. All right. Other than that, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram _TheRealTez. Although I am transitioning into the AI space, that just means I'm going to be giving way more free game on the clothing stuff, because now I have more time and more energy to do what I do love, which is, building One Love and making sure that my daughter owns this long term. So with that being said, yeah, that's how I flip my money with clothing brands, how I did it with do-rags. I'll maybe do a video if you guys want on do-rags on how I did the same exact thing. If you guys like these whiteboard YouTube videos, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll bring you guys some more. But other than that, it has been an honor to have you guys on this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the comments down below. And yeah, it's your boy, The Real Tez, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.